how relevant are the SDGs for nations emerging out of poverty or conflict? How relevant are they for nations who has been in difficult situations for close to 30 years? A nation like mine, who is now trying to re-engage with the international financial institutions, getting very close to arrest clearance after 3 years hard work. A nation who is trying to reform the security sector. A nation who is trying to put in place systems of governance to provide service to its people so that we become a legitimate government. Then you will ask a question. So if I ask my colleague on the right and ask him, you invest $14-15 billion on SDGs, how much did you invest in Somalia? Of course, he will say none. You ask each and every one of them, to my country, most of them, how much have you invested to eradicate problems in Somalia, working directly with the government of Somalia? They will tell you, most of them, none, or we work through ABC. Any assistance that is given to any nation that doesn't provide legitimacy to the government, it will never be sufficient and it's going to be temporary. Very true that we're working a case here of poverty reduction, but the world is at a stage where it's linked with security, linked with service delivery, linked with good governance, linked with eradication corruption. That is why I think in the context of where I stand and where my country is today re-emerging, we need to change the narrative, the old mindset of how we've seen the world as one global world. There are nations who have different needs with investment that is different from others. We cannot be measuring SDGs as required of the Norwegians and the Danish and the Swedish or Canadians and say to other nations who are emerging, we will come back to you once we are able to use the same tool. There must be different tools in helping different nations based on the stage where they are. That is why I think the debate positively has to be how far have we reached in eradicating poverty or supporting nations, but also how effective have the model itself been.